Hey YouTube, this is David Richter Scale Studios, starting yet another project. I got inspired by Gamza earlier today. He did a thing on tactics for Landspeeders, so I went and dug through an old box. This was a flea market, I guess it was a flea market or whatever they have over at my local game store, Great Escape Games. I bought this last summer. I did a video on this, and some guy just kind of primed these green. There's 5 of them in here. I bought some extra bits to put the assault cannons on them. There's 2 with bolters, and then there's a couple multi-meltas in here. And I'm probably have to purchase some more bits to make them interchangeable. And then I got the skirts that were never put on or painted. But my first thing is first, the bases. The guy had, when I purchased them, had a bunch of like mixed match bases, which I hate. I salvaged the ones I like. These are the clear bases. These will be painted and textured and everything. And I don't like the, I think most of us don't like these little cheap little rods. And also supposed for transportation, I'm not digging it either. And I am going to magnetize them. I'll be right back and show you what I'm using on it. Okay, I am back. Okay, the bases are going to be, you see right here, these are 1/2-inch magnets. These are really, I think these are a 1/2 inch by a 1/16, maybe a little thicker, but these are super powerful. I have a ton of them, so I don't really have a use for them. This is going to be perfect. But I'm going to do some really hardcore, I don't think it's going to look too bad. This is, I think, 3/8 acrylic rod. And I'm going to embed 1/8 inch by 1/16 inch magnets in them. This is I hold my magnets in these Series 7 tubes. Very convenient. You ever get a chance to hold on to these, and they are very convenient for carrying all those around. I'm going to drill these out and put a magnet in each side of these, and then put a magnet in the base. And then I've already measured them out. These will all be same height as with the regular rods. So kind of tip that up. Well, let me put one together, and I'll show you what else I'm doing too to get this to stick correctly. Here's, let's say we have one of the older bases. It's got paint sprayed on it. So I want to take the layer of paint off, get it down to the plastic, and actually get some texture for the glue to hold on to. And then also I have, this is a sprue that's been magnetized with a couple magnets. So I know that this side of the magnet is for the base down, and this will be for going up, so I can keep my polarities correct. So on there I'm just pulling the magnets apart. These are so strong. But when you put a weaker magnet on it, it's not too bad. So we gotta let that grab correctly. You know that's gonna fit there. I'm using this Loctite 422. Supposedly a military grade adhesive. So we'll wipe that off and then just do a nice little loop like that. I'm not going to do any accelerants or anything because I want this to be as strong as possible, and those sometimes aren't as strong as letting it dry naturally. I'm flipping it over and then centering the magnet using the bottom of the base. And there we go. We got 3 bases going right now. Got another dirty one. Here's a new one. And also just to give more texture for the glue to grab, because I'm going to paint these and prime them and then paint them and flock them and put some scenery on them. So we know that will hold a little bit better. I'll get my magnet ready first. Now these are so hard to get apart. Oh, there we go. Let's get my magnet down there. Right, correct side. As you can see, I'm going like that. Try not to get these magnets far away from each other as possible because they do grab rather violently and get pinched. It's not. It's kind of funny, but not. And then place that on there. Try not to get any glue on me. Well, that's almost totally centered. Like that. And I'm going to get these other bases magnetized up, and we'll be back. And then this will be part 1, the introduction to the Landspeeders. These will be painted in ultramarine to match my armies that I've never played, but I will have no excuse eventually. I'll have a ton of points painted up and ready to go. We'll see you in a few. We'll see you in a second. Bye. Okay, I am back, and we might have to do some changes here. I had to do one change right away. The base was not stable enough with an 1/8 of an inch magnet hitting on this 1/2 inch magnet, so I put in a 1/4 inch, and that we had to bring in the vise over here. Let me bring that up. Bring the vise in, and also a I don't have a 1/4 inch drill bit on my Tamiya or my Dremel, so I just use this little hand tool to kind of carve it out, but this vise made it real easy just to kind of get in there and dig it out. So that holds, but I think it's the 1/8 inch magnet now is a problem, which I thought would be plenty of strength. It like looks fine right there. It doesn't want to stay stable. I don't know if I could I should have used a 1/4 inch magnet. I don't know if I can pop these off and try that. Let me do that and I'll be back. See you in a second. Okay, we are back. I got it figured out, kind of rigged it up a little bit. I have to cut another tube. I could not debond that, this stuff. Oh, excuse me. The Loctite 422 will not debond. So I put a 1/4 inch magnet on top of that one. Raised the height a little bit, which is not going to be that bad. And also, I know you have to have magnet-to-magnet contact. That's another problem. That's not on this. You can hear that. That's a good click. And you're not going to go anywhere. The problem is there's a little bit of space under this. And I'm trying to, without putting another magnet on, to raise the profile even further. And also, I can see, you know what, it might be better to put a magnet in there. Let's see. I'm going to put a drop of glue, because there's, right here, there's a raise in the detail. And let me get some paper towel. I threw some debonder in here. It's all crappy now. Hopefully it'll dry out soon and I can prime over it. So I'm going to put a little drop of glue there. Didn't really notice that there's that. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit higher now, though. Let's see. I don't know if the zip kicker really works. This is a different brand, but I think it helps there. And well, that's way better. So we have it's a little stability issue, but I think on the next one, this might be just a little. Yeah, let's see if I can show you under there. It's not flat. I might have to change that. Oh well. I mean, that's part of the hobby thing. Is just it sounded like such an easy thing to do at first. The bottom's stable. I shouldn't have wasted the magnets, but oh well. I'll cover up with some paste and the scenery. But that's holding nicely. These are 3/8 rods, so we have a 1/4 inch magnet in there. So I have that nice little. It holds it nicely. You hear that nice snap. You hear the snap though, but it does not want to stay stable. So you have the magnet to magnet so much better. And I think, I don't know if I can get these. I can't get that any lower. I'm gonna do some other changes. So I'm gonna keep this going and get this straightened out. So I will see you in the next part and or next section of this. It's getting late here where I am, so I'm gonna call it a night and go back at it tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Excuse me. Okay, I am back. One of these, you got to be very careful where you set these magnets in here. I got this one a little bit, slightly below flush, but it has a nice contact with that. And now we got the 1/4 inch against the 3/16 or 3/8. I'm sorry, and that is actually a little shake. It's going to be hard, but to move it around the table, it'll be fine. And also it kind of gives it a little bit of like it's a hovering type of thing. And I really like how it's got a lot of meat to the base itself. So we'll leave this at part 1, and then we'll slowly work through these and my other products that I'm inundated with right now, and get some stuff done. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you in part 2. Yeah, I'm back real quick. I have all of the bottoms of the Landspeeders magnetized. I got that one, I think it's a little, yeah, it's just slightly, maybe not even a half a millimeter above the flush. So it has a nice solid, see if I can fit all this. All these tools are stuck together with magnets. And that's a pretty good fit. And I can pick it up. I can't violently shake it, but enough for a game. Move it around. So there's 12-inch movement there. I'm off camera, sorry about that. And I'll show you what I'm doing to get these 1/4 inch by 1/16 inch magnets in. I got these all in a little vise here. I have a little hand tool with a 1/4 inch drill bit, and I'm just slowly, so I'm not trying to crack the acrylic, just kind of letting the tool do the work. I think as we grew up, our fathers told us that. Let the tool do the work. Don't force it, because then you get into trouble. And this middle one might have to be done separately because there's not enough pressure there. And there's not enough pressure on that one. I might do these solid, or just do a little less pressure on there. And let's see, let's grab a magnet. Even I gotta make sure I do this the correct polarity. So I'm gonna take one of my polarity tools, if I can find one, because everything is getting crazy over here, and I'm leaving my glue uncapped, and that's not a good idea. Shoot, where did they all go? Uh-oh, glue is getting dry on top. And this is an expensive $18 blue bottle, $18 bottle of glue, and I can't have this stuff seal up on me. There we go. Okay, where's a Magnetized tool? Sorry about that, people. It's around here somewhere. It's probably stuck to something. Oh, one right in front of me, right here. Okay, so we know that the base is like that, so we want this to be on the bottom like that, and then fit in there, and that's not good, and that's not good. So let's hit the tool again right here. See? Oh, dropping tools all of a sudden, or dropping the magnet. Still not quite there. We want to get this almost perfectly flush, or actually perfectly flush. That would be ideal for this, to give it stability against the base. And maybe get some of the crud off the end of the drill bit. It'll help cut into it. See, there we go, how that one's not. Oops. I try to do it with my fingers, but it's so much easier with this long, clumsy tool, but it actually is so much easier this way. And I don't think a power drill would do for this. It'd blow through it real fast. And I'm just going to keep going back and forth with these until I get these nice and flush, then glue them in, and I'll be back. Okay, we are back. I have these all cleaned up, and I did check the depths on everything. Here's the magnet. It's almost perfectly flush, a little bit out, so it'll get a nice contact with the magnet in the base. And I'm just going to hit it with some glue, and then hit it with the magnet. There we go. Doing kind of like a assembly line production here. I blew one more. I have to go make a whole new rod, That's not a big deal. I'm just going to go downstairs on my little saw and cut some acrylic probably right after this, and get that out of the way, and then just build one of those real quick, probably in the morning, because I am exhausted. I have no idea what time it is. I have a feeling it's probably like 1 or 2 in the morning right now. But there we go. Those are glued in. Do a little cheating and hit it with some kicker. Get this off, and then we can do some testing. Let's get this out of the way. This thing is, my tools are just, I have a tool rack and everything's over here right now. So we got, let's hope we got all the polarities right too. Oh shoot, I have none of the polarities right. Oh my god. All of the polarity is wrong. That was not cool. I'm going to have to do a lot more work. I will part 2 in fixing this up. I'm not going to cut this out. This was something stupid. I don't know how I did that. Yeah, the polarities are all wrong on that one. And let's see if it's all wrong on this one. No, that's fine. I might have to maybe cut the rod shorter. I can't believe I did that. That works great like that. But yeah, I'm going to leave part 1 right here, and I'm not going to cry, but at least I got this down to a assembly point. I might try to save these magnets, because I don't want to keep throwing magnets away, and I have no other use with a rod in it, especially when the polarities are mixed. But that's awesome. That just fits perfectly now. The way I have these laid in. Let's see how these other... Where's the nightmare one that got screwed up a little bit? Must be this one. That's this one right here. Yeah, this one still so-so, but I can't believe I did that. Those don't work like that. Oh man, that is a bummer. I was so sure. I mean, the polarity thing is so important. I'm going to leave it at that. As usual, thank you for joining me. Sorry I wasted your time on this last little part here, but we'll get back and fix it, and I will show it to you. I'm not going to go back through the process again. Thanks for joining me.